I think we're good. Are we good? No smiling today. No smiling allowed. This is a serious business. Oh my God, I look skinny. I'm not skinny, everyone. Don't worry. I'm just getting ripped. Oh, already no smiling. Today is serious. You guys ready to rock and roll or what? Are you guys ready to rock and roll? Let's just make sure the hair is in place. How's the complexion? That is crazy. This job is the best. And it's all coming together. So, how are we doing? Are we good? Are we plugged in? Can you guys hear me? The little lapel mic. No lapels here. No lapels required. NLR. No lapels required for the lapel mic. So what's up, folks? 16 days. There's the lens. I'm just going to look here. It's easier. 16 days. That's it. To launch. To launch, everyone. Branding University launch. 16 days. There is a countdown. So, today, we're starting fresh. We're starting fresh on Twitter Lead Machine. How do you guys feel about that? Okay. I found something just recently. Some of you may have known about this. I'm doing a lot of DMs on Twitter. Welcome to the Sunday Branding University webinar. Branding University is all about personal branding so that we can brand you so that you're not a product pusher. Say no to product pushing. It's all about personally branding you as the authority, as the public figure, so that you attract people, customers, clients to you to ask you what you're offering. There you go. It's not bad, huh? Pretty much. In a nutshell, we still need an intro. I need to memorize something, and I will work on that. If you guys haven't, hey, you know what? Let's have some fun. Want to have some fun? You know, what do we have? 8,033 brains about? I think we have 8,000 students, not maybe 8,040. 8,000, we'll say 8,033. That's what it was this morning. Or 8,333 maybe. 8,000 brains is better than one. So, if you guys want to play, if you guys want to play, I need an intro for these Sunday webinars. Like a paragraph, kind of. Just basically, you guys know what we do. We're all about personal branding. What is it? Attracting customers, clients, business to you. Well, we work on BACS, right? BACKS. Brand, audience, new connections, knowledge development, more sales. So that's brand visibility, audience building. C is for new connections. I should say that. This is what we do here, guys. It's the industry's leading online personal branding platform. We work on your personal brand by improving your brand visibility, increasing or with brand. I'm working with you guys here with brand visibility, audience building, new connections, knowledge development, and more sales. We've got your backs. There you go. I'm going to work on that. I was going to say, if you guys want to send over some recommendations in the group, I'll approve them and we could get critical because we need some kind of intro come Sunday. Come August 20th, which is a Monday, by the way. We may talk about the launch webinar on, oh, I shouldn't have that open. Oh, well. We're going to talk about the launch webinar on next week, maybe, okay? So this week, The subject matter is a little preview. No. It's not a preview of Twitter Lead Machine 3. Oh, I love that thing. I absolutely love that thing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with, should I bring this up? Let me think. Do I need to bring do I need to bring drama into these Sunday webinars? I don't think so, huh? And by the way, I am kicking it, just so you guys know. I'm kicking the habit. I'm glancing over at the chat. It's over here. I've got a new setup here. Oh, that's supposed to come down. Jeez. That's what I call a personal, this should come down. I'm going to roll with it and I'll cover myself like that. There we go. See what it was? I'm going to say this because this is not meant to be up. This is you guys have vision boards? You guys have vision boards? You got to have vision boards. I mean, I've got my Brittany vision board right there. I've got my Ferrari vision board right there. I've got my Mansions vision board right there. Different vision boards for different purposes. And this one is supposed to be a personal one, but I was diving in. This is the leaders I want to see myself amongst. So you got Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, Marc Lalonde. I put myself in there, but that's for myself. So I had to say that because I don't feel like taking off all the magnets. So that's just so you know. I'm not being cocky or arrogant or I feel like I'm one of these people. It's where I want to go. So I'm vision boarding it. Okay, went off track a little bit. So I think today we're going to, no babble, okay? Fair enough. That was the babble. We're already 6 minutes of babble. I think it's enough. I was going to get into a little bit of drama. I don't do that. That's not how I roll. But what I will say is this. We have a Branding University group. It's facebook.com/groups/branding YOUniversity. Okay, I was going to say .com. University. So that's where I post our content. The Branding University email list only has to do with Branding University. I may throw some content in there. Yeah, maybe. If it's pure value. I'm going to work on streamlining that. But what I want to say is that I have multiple income streams, okay? As an entrepreneur, you will too. You have to. Why wouldn't you? Once you learn to brand yourself, the goal is you can plug into anything. You've got online marketing and personal branding. You know how to do these things. You're going to know how to do these things. You'll be unconsciously competent, like tying your shoelaces. You'll be like, oh, there's an income stream. Let me do my thing. Let me do my magic. And you'll be good at it and it'll become natural. So when you're good at this stuff, what we teach and will be teaching in Branding University, especially this year, you'll be able to work with anything. You see something you like, you apply your skills, you're winning. You're winning. You're beating, well, it's not about beating other people, but the better you get at this stuff, the more you can just kind of prance in and say, oh, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Let me do my stuff. Let me do my branded video for whatever it is. Let me put it to the blog. Let's just do what we do. And then we'll throw an ad on it. So my point is, you're going to also have multiple income streams. If there's an opportunity of some kind that shows up on your desk. And here's what I want to say. This is as much of the drama as I'm going to say, because I don't do that stuff. I'm focused on going up there. I don't need the little high school, schoolyard gossip, blah. I don't even hear it. But here's what I want to say. Whatever is on my personal Facebook page, I share some of my income streams, okay? That's not Branding University people do not have that link. They do not friend me on Facebook. I've had 5,000 friends forever. They may get in a couple if I get unfriended one week and I got friend requests. But my point is that that's my personal page. I don't market that on Branding University. However, some people are just going to look you up and that'll happen to you too. You can't stop that from happening. So do not be concerned with me sharing any of my income streams with the Branding University community. However, I do what I do, and you will do what you do also. And when people follow you, it comes with the package. Is that clear? So I don't promote anything else on Branding University. I don't promote products, but sometimes I talk about what I'm up to or little things like that. Sometimes I'll be in a frisky mood. So just be aware, whatever happens on my personal page is generally a mix of everything I do, including a lot of snarkiness, and I'll get sometimes a little controversial, more than I would in Branding University. If you see me put a post up with the F word or dominate versus compete, very aggressive stuff, that's more my brand, the Wealthy Trainer, or just me. That will not go in Branding University, okay? No, we don't do curse words in there, but I do curse words sometimes on my personal page. I just wanted to make that clear. That's different, okay? So if you see some outrageous stuff on my personal timeline, that's just Marc Lalonde, okay? I'm not wearing the dean hat. I'm the dean right now. I'm not swearing. I'm not going to be controversial, and I'm not bringing gossip into the webinar. So there's two different hats there. Fair enough? Because I don't want people to see drama happening and my haters. I got haters. Who doesn't have haters? And that's all I need. Let's try a Forrest Gump. And that's all I have to say about that. And that's all I have to say about that. There we go. Today, we are talking about, I want to talk about right now, about Twitter Lead Machine 3. Those of you who don't know, Twitter Lead Machine, not Twitter One. We have Twitter One. Twitter One is for Twitter business leads. A lot of it's done manually. We used Hootsuite for a bit of automation. Twitter Lead Machine is the monster course. We've sold pretty close to 2,000 copies over about a year, okay? It's pretty insane. So that's given me negotiation power with a software company, Status Brew. We'll talk about that really briefly here. So, Twitter Lead Machine comes with free upgrades for life, because Twitter will always change, rules will always change, I will always learn more stuff. So everyone who has Twitter Lead Machine, you have it for life. And when upgrades occur, they're just in there. There'll be a notice in the Twitter Lead Machine group. Please be a part of it. And you will have the updated modules, and they'll always be updating. So that's clear, right? You guys knew that? It's part of what makes us very powerful at Branding University. You won't have to always rebuy stuff. You buy it, upgrades are, when there's an upgrade, it's included. Super powerful. We're one of the only people doing this. Now, with Twitter Lead Machine, a lot of changes took place. So I decided to basically redo the whole thing. And whatever's in there now, I had to take down, okay? We're not starting from scratch, but the course is being re-inputted from scratch. So I tore down all of Twitter Lead Machine. It's not there anymore. It's not there today. It's down. All there is the welcome, and there is the module 1, which is the profile setup. And yes, a lot has changed from the first one. However, if you built your first Twitter Lead Machine, you won't have to rebuild it. There'll be modifications to do, maybe or maybe not. Okay? And that's what we're doing. We're putting the whole thing back in. So what you're going to find now is you're going to find the welcome. Go through it all again, guys. A lot of time was spent in this one, even if it doesn't show. Even if the module is 15 minutes, the old module may have been 2 hours. The new modules are like less than an hour, less than half an hour. That's intentional. To get to the point in the videos. Those take longer to do than Babble Fests. So please go through them over. You may catch some of the new stuff. A lot of the stuff you may say, well, I've already done this. Still go through it all, okay, guys? So here's what we're doing. The first module is released today. we're going to play that one today on the webinar. It's short, super short. We'll play the welcome, super short, 10 minutes maybe. We're going to play the setup of your Twitter account. There's some changes. They may be minute, but they change everything, okay? And all the modules have been reconstructed. So we're going to play that today. That's available today. You can go in your back office after the webinar and access it. When you go to the next modules, number 2 is audience building. Number 3 is you're building all your content for your tweets, which will serve you across all social media anyways. Number 4 is your passive marketing strategy on Twitter, where your tweets go out all the time and people come to you. And number 5 is active prospecting. Those modules remain. We took out cross promotion. We don't need to play around with more than one Twitter account. That was just confusing. I learned a lot in the past year. We got to keep it simple or people won't do it. So it's simpler this time around, but way more effective, okay? So on the future modules, there are dates. Everything will be released completely in 16 days, August 20th, on our launch date, Monday. But we're releasing all the modules before then. So today is module 1. All the other modules are not there, but they have dates. Next week, we're getting into the audience building, okay? We're going to cover that. So we're having kind of a bi-Twitter week. 2 Twitter weeks in a row, okay? Maybe 3, we'll see. But then we're approaching launch. We may have a pre-launch webinar in 2 Sundays. But right now, we're starting with the account setup. And here's what I'd love you guys to do. I could release a couple of modules now, but I won't. I'm going to do it this way because I believe in this strategy. I believe in this technique. Who did I pick this one up from? She's a fitness person. She has $1 million funnels, $10 million funnels. I can't think of it. I can't think of it. She's blonde. Lady Boss. I learned this technique from her. If I release that module, you guys do it. Please do it. You have a full week. A full week. I've included extra videos and scripts. Try to get it done as much as you can. Next week, I release Action Step Module 2. I'm going to ask you to do that the following week. Then the week after, I may release all of them after that. I need to get you started. If you haven't done Twitter Lead Machine, guys, that's what brings me over 1,000 leads per day, the new one. So you guys with me? You guys with me? That's what we're going to start today with. We're going to play the welcome, a couple of minutes. We're going to play the profile setup, the slideshow. Then we're going to play the live demo of the profile setup. There's a lot in there, so you're going to need to watch the replay. But we're playing that today. Then after that, the subject was, we're going to do this after. It just makes more sense in the flow. Yeah, we're going to do it after. Are you invisible on Twitter? Who out there has heard of something? This thing is so friggin' annoying, but it's a smoke and mirror, and you're losing business because of it. Who out there has heard of something called True Twit? True Twit. You guys ever go in your DM box? This will apply to active prospecting on Twitter in our module 5, but I want to show it to you guys today so you can disable that thing now, because you are losing business because of this thing. Not only are you losing business, and not only are they spamming you, but True Twit validation. You guys know about this thing? It's not a validator. It's a very sophisticated viral spam chain is what it is. And it's turning you into a spammer. And it's making you turn other people into spammers. Did you guys know this? When those True Twit validation messages come in, and they're going to keep coming in. There's over 250,000 active users on that thing, and it's just spreading, okay? When they come in, you have to validate yourself in order to see what people are trying to direct message you. How crazy is that? If that was the case, fine. But what it does, it actually turns you into a spammer. So once you once you validate yourself, Everyone who follows you, you're sending them that email automatically. You're agreeing to this. It's a spam chain. Very smart by them. It's genius. It's genius in a bad way. It's actually very genius in a bad way. But it's no validator. It's a spam fest, viral spam chain. So you're losing business, you're losing connections, you're invisible, basically. So what I've done is I've created that as a ninja bonus module in Twitter Lead Machine. So that will be released as well, okay? So when we're done here today, you're going to have, this is about Twitter Lead Machine, and do the bonus module now. Get it over with, because that stuff is just, I can't believe they're getting away with it so blindly, lying. But just bear with me. I'm going to first of all plug in the first TLM 3. Who's excited about Twitter Lead Machine 3? It's crazy, guys. I'm telling you right now, it's still my source. It's still my source. I say I get 1,000 leads per day, but it's more. It's more, because we got you'll see in module number 2, which we're going to release next Sunday. You'll see how we get 50% follow back and instant follow backs. Like within seconds, beep, they follow you back. We got ways to do that now. It's freaking crazy. So continue your excitement, Mark. So for now, and if you don't use Twitter, who cares? It's a business lead machine. It's got an amazing way to actively prospect on it. Don't think of it as, I just had a ham sandwich for lunch tweet. Don't think of it that way. It's a bit automatic lead generating machine for whatever niche you're in. So if you're thinking, I don't use Twitter, I don't know anything about Twitter, that's what this is for. And you don't need to be a Twitter expert. Please give it a chance. If you don't, what am I doing? What am I doing? We're redoing Twitter 1 as well for launch. Twitter 1 is way outdated. We don't use Hootsuite anymore. Twitter 1 will be completely redone. In Twitter 1, there will be calls to action to purchase Twitter Lead Machine. So Twitter 1 will be kind of like a little bit of a webinar, a bit of a cleverly built value webinar with the webinar recipe. I will give value that will work in Twitter 1, and I'll say, and by the way, Twitter Lead Machine we have also provides this in the Twitter 1 course. So anyone you provide Twitter 1 to will be brand new, redone, using the free Status Brew and stuff. And I have to jump around. Do not buy Status Brew today. Do not go to statusbrew.com. Wait 1 week. Don't take, I say be resourceful all the time. Don't be resourceful this time, okay? Clear? Don't do it. I have negotiating power now because we sold 2,000 copies and we got a ton of people in Status Brew. I negotiated. I said, nah, you guys got to do something for us now. Not even kidding. Aggressive Mark. Aggressive Mark came out. Good Mark, but negotiating Mark. So we got some awesome deals, awesome stuff. Do not do anything until next week. If you can't wait, wait anyways. Fair enough. If you already have Status Brew, you'll be covered. You'll be fine. We have an official partnership with Status Brew, Branding YOUniversity. Solid, legal. So we'll talk about that next week. I just had to tell you that now before I forget. So what we're going to do is, I always say that. What we're going to do is, where was I? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play it. I was onto something. I just totally lost track when I said Status Brew. Someone remind me? I guess that's it. I guess we're going to roll with that, okay? We're going to roll with the, Twitter 1. That's it. Twitter 1 is getting redone. Twitter 1 is getting redone. Twitter 1 is getting redone. It's going to be slick. All by August 20th. So when you invite people to Twitter 1, that's what I want to say. In Twitter 1, we're going to offer TLM, and by then, they're already in your account, locked under you in Branding YOUniversity. I'm talking to the affiliates. You offer Twitter 1 for free. It's going to be awesome. People are going to start getting results. Though every time they come back to watch it, the calls to action will always be there. And we're going to offer them Twitter lead machine at a deep discount. So you guys get more sales just on autopilot. Just by offering Twitter 1, they're going to have calls to action within the course laced out. We're always going to be selling it throughout while providing value. So don't be surprised if you just get bing, bing, Twitter lead machine sales every now and again, the more value you offer. Okay? Make sense? And we're going to be offering a super deep discount. So don't get freaked out if you're like, hey, I sold Twitter lead machine. It didn't go in for $500 because we're going deep discounts. Okay? That's how we're doing it. Free value always wins, but sometimes discounts, here's what discounts are going to do. It's a $500 course. We're going to sell 1,000 copies easy at that price on launch. Well, I got funnels going to it. Absolutely. But discounts get people, a discount where the value is 100 times what they pay. We are going to do that. By the way, just so you know, if you guys don't like giving free stuff, trust me, people get committed to the family. They connect with you. They keep coming back. You are their place. You're going to be their leader. You brought them in. Would you rather have someone stay in on their residual forever and get here's a good way to put this. Would you rather have someone buy a couple of $500 products and say, I don't know if I need to stick around here. Maybe I'll go on the free affiliate. Or would you rather that Platinum Partners get such a smoking deal that instead of you getting a couple of 500 sales every now and again, you get 75% of everything, by the way, Platinum Partners. Wouldn't you rather that they just stay on your residual all the time? That's what we're engineering this for. So that people stay plugged in residually, okay? We want a residual income for you. I'd rather that you get $5,000 every month forever than if you get $10,000 every now and again on every launch or through little product sales. Our products are there so that people stay in on a residual model because it's all about increasing that residual income for you. Does that make sense, guys? So there will be a deep discount. If you see TLM sales, they'll probably be at as low as $100 sometimes. Sometimes, it depends, okay? Today, the people who don't have Twitter lead machine, you should get it because Platinum partnerships are $47 until for 16 more days, and we're throwing it in for free, by the way. If you go to Platinum Partnership, you get 75% of sales. You get an updated blog. We're going to go through that a little bit at the end, but right now I got to drop it. Go in your back office, go to Platinum Partnership, pick it up now. You'll be at $47 a month because in August, and I'm going to answer this right now, on August 20th, in 16 days, it's $77 a month. And there's no turning back the clock. People who get in at $47 now are locked in at $47 forever. If they miss a payment or cancel, they go up to $77 or whatever it is. We're going to be over $100 maybe in the next year. I can't say guaranteed or not, but I guarantee it's $77 a month on August 20th. That's a guarantee. So even if you're unsure, get it for $47 now and then watch it go up to $77. Watch what happens on launch. At least you invested $47 and you're locked in. If you don't want to stay, cancel, because if you come in at $47, you're getting Twitter lead machine unlocked for life, the $500 course. Does that make sense? And even if you cancel your $47 membership, you keep Twitter lead machine forever. And I'm going to throw everything else in today. Okay? I'm urging you guys. Memberships are coming in like crazy. People know the day is coming. People have been waiting till August 20th was near. Now that's why we're getting so many platinums. They're like, oh shoot, we got another 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's time. So in the next couple of weeks, I know we're going to get a ton because people have been marking it on their calendars. They're like, well, I got to do it before launch because there's no exceptions. August 20th at midnight, you watch, 77. Doesn't matter. And I know I've had many people say that they've had life get in the way and they had to cancel their 47, but they want to come back in. Can they come back in at 47? Here's how it works. if they come back in at 47, they got to redo it. Redo it just from scratch. Everything gets canceled when you cancel. You redo it. If you do it before August 20th, you're fine. Just like everybody else, guys. If you were at 47, you canceled, and you come in after August 20th, it's 77. I had to say that. Fair enough? Okay, guys? Where are my platinum partners at? It's going to be pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So right now, let's do it. Okay? We went way too long on this Babble Fest. I'm going to keep babbling. But right now, yeah, let me just transfer over. And then I'm going to get into the welcome and the first official module of TLM 3 is happening. This is the first viewing. A couple of things to keep in mind. There's two little things that haven't been updated, okay? I'll just keep them in mind, but they don't matter that much for the welcome, because the welcome's basically the same. We edited a few things. You could tell my voice come in, and if you really listen, you could tell where I edited a little bit of patchwork. So I still say bars, B-A-R-S, instead of backs. Bars is brand, audience, relationship, sales. We changed that to backs. Brand visibility, audience building. C is new connections. K is knowledge development, and S is sales. So you'll notice bars in the welcome. Don't worry, we left it. Didn't have that much of an impact for this launch because of a time crunch. And also, we refer to passion content a little bit. We don't call it passion content anymore. We call it lifestyle content. That's it. Know what I mean? There's no real impact. So let me switch to the screen. And let's do this, okay, guys? And please take action. Pretend you're doing it from scratch. Twitter lead machine from scratch, okay? And like I said, a lot of you are just adjusting things. And for the people that don't have Twitter lead machine, you're getting a free module right now too. You'll be getting half of Twitter lead machine for free if you tune in next Sunday, okay? Here we go. There we are. Okay, can you guys see my screen? You guys can't see my screen? Switcheroo right now. Okay, is it working, guys? Hello, 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 hello. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you please? Thank you. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's go through this. I'm kind of changing my mind on the fly. I'm pivoting. So there it is. There's Twitter lead machine in the back office. Let me just show you quick so you don't go into a mad panic. Here we go. Welcome to Twitter lead machine. Stays the same, but it's new. Everything's updated here now, okay? So you have the welcome. We're going to check that out in a sec. Action step 1, okay? It's a little full, but that's okay. We broke it down. You'll see the changes. So, like everything else, slideshow overview. We're going to look at that in a sec. The live demo. We're going to look at that in a sec. The pinned video. We're going to talk about that in the live demo and slide overview and the pinned video script. So this is what's up there now for Twitter Lead Machine 3. And check out the other modules. When you click action step 2, all modules will say module release date. When you click it, it'll say the module and it will say the date. August 12th is next Sunday. So we release the audience building module, which we will play and talk about on next Sunday's webinar. Now I'm looking at the calendar and guess what? The Sunday after that is the 19th. It's the day before launch. So this is all we're going to share on the webinars. However, look at the dates. August 20th, August 20th, August 20th. Now some of you may say, why don't you just keep the old one there for now? Because it doesn't work the same. And The software we used in the old Twitter lead machine does not apply. It'll be more confusing than anything. There's new schedules, there's new tweet sheets. So does that make sense, guys? Do not panic. We said August 20th. We're just going to release, this one's released now, number 1. Number 2 will be released next Sunday. And all the 3 other ones will be released on the 20th. And they will not be on a webinar because Twitter Lead Machine is not free. People who are just tuning in will get 1 and 2 for free because they're going to be in the webinar replays. But these come out on the 20th. Now, Ninja bonus. Disable your spam bot. That's what I was talking about today. And I said I would play this after we go through the new action step 1. However, I changed my mind, okay? I changed my mind. I want to play this now because if some of you don't stick around to watch this, I want to make sure that you watch this because this needs to be disabled, okay? You're losing business. It's that simple. So I'm going to play this short video. That video is how long? 9 minutes, okay? Super quick. Once we go through this, we're going to go through action step 1, the slideshow overview, which is, I think, 20 minutes, 14 minutes, 20 minutes. The live demo, which is 24 minutes. So that's pretty good. But I still want to start with the Ninja bonus, okay? And I've got a lot of Ninja bonuses in store now. So I'm just going to be adding these. Over time, there'll probably be a dozen Ninja bonuses because that's as I discover new things. And I've got my little tricks up my sleeve. You guys know that, right? And I will be releasing them in Twitter Lead Machine in Ninja bonuses, okay? So right now, we're going to play this. I'm not going to play it from here. I'm just going to plug it in so it takes up the whole screen and we get better sound. And then after this, we're going to step 1. So let's see how this transition works. We should be good. We are good. So I'm plugging it in. Then we're going into action step 1. So pay attention. This one is extremely important. Here we go. Hey guys, welcome to this Ninja bonus module, how to disable TrueTwit. Do you guys ever get messages like this? Let me show you really quick. Well, if you're not currently getting messages like that, it's just a matter of time. This is a validation, and I say that sarcastically, a validation app that is not validating at all. What it's doing, it's actually making you invisible. It's a cleverly thought out viral messaging app, or should I say viral spam chain. So those TrueTwit messages you're seeing are people actually trying to get in touch with you. And you are not able to see their messages unless you validate your Twitter account through TrueTwit. Once you validate your account through TrueTwit, you will then be able to see the messages and you will stop getting the TrueTwit blockers. Now, if you do that, everyone who follows you on Twitter will now receive that message from you, asking them to go and validate their account, in turn turning them into a spammer. So in essence, TrueTwit is spamming you, TrueTwit is turning you into a spammer, and even worse, is turning you into a spam promoter, because you are now turning others into spammers. But worst of all, you are losing new connections, new business leads, new sales, and anything you have. It's basically making you invisible. So in this short Ninja bonus, I will show you how to disable TrueTwit so that TrueTwits stop coming in and you get the people's messages and you can see them. And we're going to help you disable the worst part, you sending TrueTwit to other people. So yes, it is a little hack. It's a little trick. Enjoy the video and let's make you visible again. And if you're not currently receiving TrueTwits, You may want to do this anyways in preparation, because while I'm filming this video, they have 250,000 people using this viral spam technology. So let's do this. Hey guys, I'd like to share with you a secret about TrueTwit. TrueTwit Validation Service. TrueTwit Validation Service is not a validation service. It is a cleverly thought up viral spam chain. And you are a spammer if you're using TrueTwit. It's actually kind of genius for them. Okay, let me explain first, and then I will show you how to disable all that spam stuff. So first of all, TrueTwit is doing several things. Number one, it is spamming you on a consistent basis. Number two, it is turning you into a spammer. And even worse, it's turning you into a spam promoter. You're turning others into spammers. Yes, you. But here's the worst thing of all. You are losing new connections. You're losing business leads. You're losing sales. You're losing anything you have. TrueTwit is basically making you invisible. So let's dive right in. Let's go to my messages. I'll scroll down a little and there we go. How often are you getting messages that says uses TrueTwit validation to validate? Click here. Because I generate leads on Twitter, I get them all the time. So in a nutshell, whenever someone signs up for a TrueTwit account, they, as in you, send out a message like this to every single person that is following you. If someone clicks on your TrueTwit link to quote unquote validate, they go to TrueTwit, they sign up, and then they start sending out these links to everyone who follows them. And the spam chain begins. Or should I say it's in full effect. They have over 250,000 people in the system. How do they profit? They have an option to turn off TrueTwit. I believe it's $20 a year. Let me be clear. There is no validation happening. Robots are going to follow you if they follow you. This is a clever marketing system disguised as a validation software. So unless you participate, no one will see your stuff. It's pretty well that simple. Picture having a store and people want to browse your store, aka your tweets and your timeline, and there's a bouncer at the door asking for ID. This is kind of how this is, but much worse because you are participating in the spam fest movement. So in this short video tutorial, I will show you how to stop TrueTwits from coming in. And secondly, I will show you how to stop sending out TrueTwits automatically so you do not become the spammer that you do not want to be. So let's jump right in and go through the steps. Step number one, you must go to truetwit.com. truetwit.com. Scroll down to sign up basic, click that, enter your Twitter handle, email address, for your password, do not use your Twitter password. Just make one up and keep note of it for now. Enter the CAPTCHA. Click the checkbox and submit. And here's where you allow them to send their direct message to every single follower you receive. Yes, we are doing this right now. Check the box and agree. Next screen, you are acknowledging that they do not block or stop anyone from following you. This will not matter in a second, by the way. Just go through these steps. You understand. Here's where you authorize TrueTwit to use your account. They could not do anything before you click this button, by the way. So you're going to go ahead and authorize it. Now the next step is you must validate their email. And once you do that, what this step will do is it will stop true twits from coming in. But now let's get rid of the worst part, you sending out automated messages promoting true twit. So here's your final step. Go back to your Twitter account, click on your profile picture, go to settings and privacy, go to apps, look for TrueTwit in your list of apps, and revoke access. That's it, you are done. Please remember that you must confirm the email that TrueTwit sent you. So now you will be in their system so that you will stop receiving TrueTwit messages. And now because you revoked their access to your Twitter account, you will not be spamming other people with TrueTwit promotion links. Now you're really open for business. If you would like to see how I receive messages every day by real people opening up real connections, not robots, which if you are in business in any way, shape, or form, you understand that real connections are the lifeblood of business, simply go to Twitter Lead Machine action step number 5, actively prospect on Twitter, and I will show you how I open new connections every single day on Twitter with real people, as in real conversations who are in my niche, and this applies to absolutely any niche you may be in. Here are just a few in the last hour, let's say. 9 minutes ago, there we go, conversation. 19 minutes ago, another conversation. 29 minutes ago, another conversation started. 32 minutes ago, another conversation started. 45 minutes ago, another conversation started. 1 hour ago, another conversation started. This happens all day long with new targeted prospects in my specific niche. So once again, you can find this in Twitter Lead Machine action step number 5, actively prospect on Twitter. There you will find a slideshow and you will find a live demo of me actually doing this live. So thanks for listening, and I will see you guys in another module. Okay, so you guys got that, right? You guys know what to do with that? With the spam bot disabling, you got it? Okay, so now we're going into the new Twitter Lead Machine 3. We're going into the welcome right now. Then right after, I'm going to plug in the action step 1, setting up your profile. And get this done, eh, guys? Do it next week. You have a week to do it. It's not that much work. So right now, it's welcome time. Let me plug it in right now. Here we go. Okay guys, welcome to Twitter Lead Machine. I am so pumped up to teach you guys this stuff. This is what put me on the map. This is how I get leads every single day. You are here, obviously, because you purchased the course. This is a paid for course. Now, the first thing I want to mention, guys, is that this is an evergreen, lifetime upgrades, lifetime updates included Twitter course. So there are constant updates being done as Twitter gets updated or as Twitter rules change. So the first thing I'm going to address is you need to be part of the Twitter Lead Machine private Facebook group. You can just look it up in Facebook. That's facebook.com/groups/Twitter Lead Machine. Okay, let's get going, guys. So what we have in the modules is we have module outlines for each module. So we're going to go through that. This is simply the welcome, but the format will always be the module outline. We'll go through it in bullet form. Then we'll go through every part of the outline. We're going to start with the brief instructor introduction, which is me, Marc M. Lalonde. And then what is the desired TLM result? What do we want to accomplish here? How do we get that result? Why Twitter for business? Because this is a business lead course. Why Twitter Lead Machine? And how the Twitter Lead Machine course works. Let's start with brief instructor introduction. Who am I? I am a Marc M. Lalonde, aka The Wealthy Trainer. I won't talk too much about me in this course. That's not the scope of the course, but you can Google me. You can Google MARC, M. Lalonde, or Google The Wealthy Trainer. I've got days, weeks, months of stuff on me on the internet, so you can check that out if you choose to. I was a computer consultant for over 20 years. Network marketing allowed me to fire my boss on March 18th, 2013. In October of 2014, I started to brand myself online. I started with Twitter. I got up to 100 leads per day without a blog, without any videos, and without any content. So basically everything you're going to learn in this course is exactly what I used to fire my boss. Keep in mind, a $200,000 per year computer job, and it's everything that's in this course. So I highly recommend you complete the course in its entirety. So since then, my brand has grown to levels that I can only dream of, and I'm just getting warmed up. I can now do what I want, when I want, with who I want. I love that. That's a Tony Robbins thing, but it's true. The dream is real, folks. So I love my life. So let's go to what is the desired TLM result. The result is to improve your bars with Twitter. BARS. That's an acronym. Those are the 4 pillars of Branding University to brand yourself. You're going to hear about bars all the time throughout all of the courses in the university. And I'm going to really try to keep this short here because this is not a Babble Fest. This is not a Lalonde Babble Fest. I got to keep it very clean, very lean. So let's do it. B equals your brand. The desired result is to build and expand your personal brand. Get it out there. A is for to build your audience, to build or grow your existing audience. That would be fans, followers, your list. R is to build and strengthen relationships. So build new ones or strengthen existing ones. And S is for sales. We're here to make money, right guys? This is a business lead course. So make sales, make money, selling products, services of your own, or you can use it to sell other people's products or have people join your team, your company, your membership site. These are leads, guys. You can do whatever you want with them. Remember, we're branding you here. How do we get to the TLM result? So these are basically the action steps, okay guys? You're gonna notice throughout the course. This is just the intro. These are the action steps where you will have to take actual action. So we're gonna optimize your Twitter profile. I was gonna say probably one of the most important steps, but truth is, they're all extremely important. You have to do all of these action steps in order for the machine to run like a well-oiled machine, okay? So next, you want to build your audience, your followers, in this case, because we're using Twitter, through reciprocation strategies. Then we want to prepare your content tweets. That is huge. You'll be able to use this content all across the web on all kinds of platforms. This is more than just a Twitter course, guys. This is a branding course. Then we want to create and put into action your passive marketing strategy, which is your tweets. That's when leads come to you. It's your passive marketing. So basically, you set it, you forget it, leads come in if you follow this. Then we want to create and put into action your active prospecting strategy through direct messaging. Now, this is when if you want to increase your success or you want to reach a milestone. Basically, if you want to go faster, you can go out and get it through active prospecting. Passive marketing is when it comes to you because you're always out there with calls to action. Active prospecting is when you go out and you go get it. Really one of my favorites. And a ton of Twitter ninja tricks, too many to list here. So why Twitter for business? Twitter marketing is free. Let's start with that. I got to where I am with free Twitter strategies. If we do cover paid Twitter stuff, that will be in a bonus ninja module. Okay, guys? Twitter marketing is extremely targeted. I mean, it doesn't matter what your niche is. You'll find your perfect avatar using the lead machine. So as I'm filming this, there are 370 million active users on Twitter. 700 million tweets are sent daily. I like this one. I like this one a lot. 75% now of US companies are using Twitter. Make no mistake, you are a company. You're a brand. You're selling something. You're a business. So you should be there too. So Twitter will help brand you for free, and Twitter is a fantastic networking tool. You'll see that in action step module number 5 when we do active prospecting. And the communication medium is actually really awesome once you get the hang of it, as we will demonstrate. So why Twitter Lead Machine? Because Twitter Lead Machine generates business leads. Twitter Lead Machine leads are free. Twitter Lead Machine leads are extremely targeted. Twitter Lead Machine works on autopilot. Twitter Lead Machine delivers your content for you. Twitter Lead Machine expands your brand. Twitter Lead Machine grows your audience. Twitter Lead Machine creates new relationships. That's kind of bars here, B-A-R-S. We'll get into sales later on. How the Twitter Lead Machine course works. Okay, this is pretty important here. So you must be registered with Branding YOUniversity. Now, if you're watching this, odds are you're watching it in the back office, but there is a possibility that this module may be out on a webinar somewhere on the web as a teaser or a free module. If you want to access the whole course, you have to go to brandinguniversity.com. That's YOUniversity.com. But odds are 90% chance that you're already in there right now. Then you need to navigate to the module of your choice. You can hop anywhere, guys. You're not forced to go in order, but I would almost say it's mandatory to go in order, the way I laid things out here, okay, guys? Some people are watching the review, not the review, but you're watching a recent upgrade. Because like I said, I will be putting upgrades in the Twitter Lead Machine Facebook group. If all you need to do is watch the upgrade, this is where you would navigate to the module of your choice. Otherwise, if it's your first time watching this, please go through the modules in order. So you want to mark the module as complete. Once completed, that basically acts as a bookmark. There's 2 reasons for this. Number 1, it acts as a bookmark for you. So you know where you left off. You know which modules you've completed. You know where to come back to. Because it's a pretty hefty course. Very well worth doing the whole thing. You have to do the whole thing. You've come this far, please complete the whole thing. But this is good for a bookmark. And it also allows me to see who completed the course. Because as we have ongoing webinars on Twitter, I want you guys to step up too on the platform. And I want you guys to teach some of this stuff too with your affiliate links. So this is a good way for me to monitor that stuff as well. So check in regularly for new modules. This would be on the Facebook page. Okay, guys, the Twitter Lead Machine Facebook page. So you can return to previously completed modules as often as you like. It's a lifetime access, guys. You just keep coming back. But let's just get going. What do you say, guys? That's my welcome. So we're going to jump right into action step module number 1. I will see you guys on the inside. Okay, so not much has changed on the welcome, and we don't put Twitter Lead Machine 3 or 4 or 5 as we go on. We just leave it at Twitter Lead Machine. So there we go. That's the welcome. Let's move on. Let's move along. Let's go ahead and move along. Slideshow overview, live demo. I'll play these back to back, okay? Then I'm going to come back out to you guys. Here we go. Plugging it in now. Okay guys, here we go. Twitter Lead Machine action step number 1. Probably one of the most important things that you need to do is to create and optimize your Twitter profile. Okay, so we're going to go through the module outline really quickly. Then we're going to go through all the slides, and then we're going to do the live demo and the live setup. So ideally what you want to do is either print these slides or have them nearby as we go through the live demo. I would say the best thing to do is write them down yourself, because if you end up teaching this stuff, which you probably will if you get it all done properly, people are going to ask you about it, and this is how you're going to kind of become an authority. You're going to retain it better if you actually write it down. But let's just go through it, because I just want to get through the setup, the steps, get you all done up properly without a lot of babbling. So first things first, your profile picture. We'll talk about that, how it needs to be set up. Your banner image. your location. This is huge, a huge discovery I just actually recently made. We're going to talk about the mobile number, setting that up and why it's so important. We're going to talk about your actual bio, which is a little piece of text that everyone sees when they follow you back, or whether they want to follow you back or not. It's crucial to have a really accurate bio based on the Twitter lead machine standards, I guess you can say. We're going to talk about hashtags, how to properly use them, not properly use them. You'll see what I mean by that. Yes, we will talk about emojis. Those little suckers are amazing when used properly. Never thought I'd be talking about emojis, but on Twitter we have no choice anymore. We're going to talk about your welcome video. Yes, you're going to have to make a video. We're going to talk about your pinned tweet. So let's just go on here and let's go through all of these module pieces one by one. Okay, so now your Twitter profile picture, the first thing that anybody sees. First things first, make sure it's a professional picture of you and not your product. I'm going to go into a couple of exceptions when I say a picture of you, but generally speaking, 95% of the time, it should be a picture of you. Professional picture of you and not your logo. So that includes your brand logo, that includes your company logo, whatever logo that is attached with your brand. You will probably have one. So if you don't, you probably should. It's like it could be your initials. Don't use your logo. Use you. Again, there's a couple of exceptions. Let's keep going here. No products, pets, or significant others, just you. Sorry guys, there's no room here for your significant other unless, let's get into it here, a couple of exceptions. There are exceptions to the rule. We're going to start with your passion content. I will go through your passion content, what that is in action module 3 when we start building your content to go spit it out there. But you may lightly integrate your passion content. So what do I mean by that? Everyone's going to have a passion content category, or there'll be something that is not necessarily tied to their business. It's kind of like a little bit of your lifestyle, because you're going to need to share some of you that's not business related in Twitter Lead Machine. You're going to understand this when we start creating your content and why this is important. But remember, everyone, we are branding you. That is what's going to bring you business. It's completely related. So, for example, myself, my passion content is health and wellness. So if I wanted to have me maybe in the gym as my profile picture, that's an exception to the rule. I have cartoon blog posts because one of my passions is cartooning. So I've cartoonified myself. That's another little exception. But generally speaking, it's got to be you. It should be you. I'm going to mention the significant others here because I know that's coming. It's going to come up. If your brand includes your significant other, obviously you would include the both of you. But if it doesn't, remember, this is a lead machine we're building here. This is, even though we're integrating lifestyle things, lifestyle posts in your machine, it's not a lifestyle post machine. So we won't be talking much about what you had for lunch. And if we do, it's used in a strategic way to make you a real person. I hope that makes sense here. So you don't want to use this as your profile picture. If you're the only one, if your brand is you, your profile picture must be just you. Let's keep going. Okay, if your brand and your passion content is marketing, you can save marketing props for your banner image. Okay, guys? You don't want to overload your profile picture with too much stuff. So you don't want a marketing prop in your picture. Again, you don't want to integrate your pets like I mentioned earlier. Save that for the tweets or save that for maybe the banner. So that'll cover your profile picture. All that to basically say, make it a picture of you. Okay, let's go next. Okay, now let's talk about your banner image really quickly. But remember, guys, this will become much more clear once I do it live. But let's go through all of the elements. Your banner image should include all of the following. I get many of my leads from just what's displayed on my banner, even more than the tweets themselves on some days. So your name should be on your banner image. Your brand name should also be on your banner image. Now, you may have, your name may be your brand name, which is fine. Your brand logo should be, any chance you get to put it on something. A tweet and a banner image would be more comparable or more similar than your profile image. Your profile image is the first thing they see, but the second thing they see is your banner image. That's where you can have your logo. That's when you can have more of the stuff that's related to your brand. So your what's in it for me, a lot of you know what that is. That should be in pretty well everything you do. What's in it for the person seeing your profile? Why? In this case, why should they do a click through, or why should they follow you back? Those are essentially the two things we're going for. You want to put your blog URL on your Twitter profile banner page, even though it's not clickable, and you will have it in your bio. I have people all the time saying they actually typed in my stuff from my banner image. It happens all the time. How did you find me? How did you find my blog? Well, I actually saw it on your banner image, Mark. That's why I typed it in. Mine is thewealthytrainer.com. It's not clickable, but it should definitely be there. And your social media handles. Once again, it's Twitter. I don't have any Facebook links on my Twitter tweets. They're not there. There's no clickable Facebook links. However, people always come and find me on Facebook because my social media handles are on my banner image. They're not in the tweets. And they tell me, that's how I found you. That's how I found your Snapchat. I scanned it, or I typed it in, or same thing with all of the social media icons. You're going to notice most leaders that are branding themselves are doing this. So that's what your banner image will include. We're going to go through it. You'll get a bit of a visual, and I'll show you other big leaders that are doing the same thing. So let's continue on here. Okay, your location. You're probably thinking, I want to go global, or I want to go international. Well, here's a little trick. You don't want to do that. So first of all, 67% of people don't have their location filled in. Why is that important? Because leaving your location blank will cut your reach by 25%. That's a huge deal. But I'm not done. Let's go a little more. This is all to say why you need to put your location and why you need to make it very local. So putting everywhere or international will cut your reach by 25%. Whether you leave it blank or put everywhere, there's no difference. Okay, guys? Now, this won't affect the people following you. Well, I'll show you what it'll do. Putting only your country will cut your reach by 10%. So that's not so bad, because I used to put Canada and kind of test out the numbers, because I test everything, right? Now, Twitter states that the best exposure comes from specifying your city and state, the way it shows up in the drop-down when you specify your location. So you'll see what I mean. Once we do it live, you're going to see when I start typing in the city, it'll give me the options. I'll select that, and that's how you get the best reach, okay, guys? And this will show up by people not following you. It's kind of like using hashtags. Every little advantage we can use, we're just going to go through it. We're going to set you up the right way, and you're going to see your engagement grow. So every little thing that I teach here, there's a reason for it, and there's a reason why we're setting it up. And I don't need to go into the exact science, or not science, but you know, the every single statistic, because at the end of the day, once all these things are in place, it's going to work for you. So that covers location. We need to set that up. Again, the live demo will be perfect for this. Next, your mobile number. Just really quick, this is so strange, me not talking to an audience or talking to someone. It's kind of weird when I don't do when I don't have a crowd or an audience listening to me live. It's because I get no feedback. But let's just go on here. The mobile number, you got to add it, guys. You got to put it in there. because if you do get locked out, well, first of all, you want to add your mobile number, of course. You want to turn off the notifications, of course, because we're creating a lead machine here. You'll have beeps, bells, and whistles going on all day long. And this is strictly for unlocking accounts if necessary. So you got to do it. I learned the hard way on many, many, many occasions. It's one small little detail. Put your mobile number in. Again, too high of a percentage of people don't do it. And once you build your following to tens of thousands of followers, it makes it a lot easier to unlock your account if you got this stuff set up. So again, they're all little details, but we're setting you up exactly the way we should set you up. Next, let's talk about your bio. Okay, now the bio. This is your little bio paragraph, I guess. It's what everyone sees before they decide on whether they want to either click your link or whether they want to go to your account, or more importantly, whether they want to follow you back. They're all equally important, but really it's your bio that's going to kind of make the decision for them. So your bio needs to include all of the following, and you'll see mine does, and a lot of leaders do the same thing here. Now remember, once again, I may say this a couple of times throughout this course, but this is engineered to be a business lead machine, okay guys? So when it comes to your bio, it's going to have calls to action. Let me just go through it, but it's not necessarily 100% lifestyle. You see, if it was a lifestyle account and it was not a lead machine, that's a different thing. That's something we're not going to talk about. So a lead machine needs to have calls to action, so we're integrating lifestyle into it without it being 100% lifestyle. A lifestyle account, you would talk about your favorite movies and that stuff, but that's not the purpose of this course, okay? So I just want you to keep that in mind. Okay, first you want to include your titles. Your titles. That could be online marketer, personal branding specialist, fitness trainer, leader, speaker. It can also be things like father, husband, wife, entrepreneur, mompreneur, those types of titles. We used to do strong calls to action here before, but we found that lightly integrating your call to action in your bio works much better. You want to include your call to action going to free value. Once again, this is because this is a lead machine. So many people actually click my call to action before following me back. I check this stuff. So you need to have a call to action link there. That's pretty well a lead. Whenever someone follows you back, you can get a high percentage of them if you've got your call to action laid out properly, and I'll show you on the live demo. So the link, once again, it's to free value. You can't go to an offer right away. We're going to show you that. Okay, next is your hashtag. And I say hashtag with just one. This is a hashtag for the purpose of branding you. It's your branded hashtag. So for me, it would be hashtag asklalonde. The hashtag in your bio no longer serves as SEO, or it doesn't expose you to audiences on Twitter anymore. That's not what we're using it for. We save that for the tweets. We're just going to have your one hashtag in your bio that will do two things. Number one, it will brand you and your hashtag. And number two, it will lead to your content library, because all of your tweets will have your hashtag. And if someone clicks your hashtag in your bio, they will get all of your tweets, like a content library. Now, this is awesome. Emojis. This will increase your engagement by 2 to 3 times. I'm just going to explain something really, really quick here while we're on this. Hashtags increase your engagement and exposure technically because of technical searches. Emojis do it from a human being standpoint, which I found super interesting. So it basically stops people in their tracks. And the number is 92% of people are using emojis online. And Twitter is one of the biggest players for emojis. It's where people use emojis the most, believe it or not. If we ignore emojis in our bio, if we ignore emojis in our pinned tweet, If we even ignore emojis in our username, I'll show you guys how to do that. I don't want to go on and on, but they are super important for results. They're no longer just cute little images. There is a reason for them. They stop the person, they make you stand out, and people will check out your tweet. We got to get into the live pretty soon here. Let's keep on going with the slides. Okay, your welcome video. A lot of people don't know I use this stuff because I usually don't share in this much depth on my public profiles or my free training. But the welcome video is kind of like a little bit of a, I can't believe more people are not doing it, but I'm going to share it with you and you will be doing it. Your welcome video will be part of your pinned tweet and should include the following. Okay, so your pinned welcome video is the first video people will always see on your timeline. It's going to be pinned, so they will always see that first. So what we do here is we have a strong call to action, a CTA for free value. This is a CTA for free value. You're not pitching or selling in this video. So your only goal here is to get them to click the link. Now the free value you will be talking about in your video will be whatever your niche is or whatever your target audience wants. And that'll be made very clear when I share with you my example welcome video. It's actually the one I use on my Twitter accounts. Now this video will have to go to either a capture page or a page with a tracking pixel installed. Your video must be under 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. That's a Twitter thing. And again, it's a call to action for them to click the link in my tweet. That's all I want. I want them to click the link in my tweet. That's the sole purpose of this, because that goes to the capture page. The video should include captions. Now, this is a little bit out of the scope of this training, because I mean, there's so many video editing softwares out there. I don't know if you're using Mac, if you're using Windows. We may have a course in the university to cover this kind of stuff, but it's a completely different course. It's out of the scope. So why should it include captions? Okay, I'm just going to talk really quickly about why do we want a video in the first place? Well, first of all, if you have an image in a tweet, which is a full image, not a link to an image, that increases your engagement and click-throughs by 25%. If you have a video, it increases it by 40 to 50%. These are crazy numbers, guys. Why wouldn't you have a video? And here's where I want to talk about captions really quickly, as quickly as I can. Did you guys know that 70% of people don't turn on their volume? They just scan through the tweets. Even if it's on Facebook, this is just in general. You need those captions to get people to click on the volume. So the captions are not, I'm not talking about the ones that mumbo jumbo and mumble around your text and give you like the false, it's so inaccurate. I'm talking about hard-coded captions that are hard-coded in the video. People don't have to turn on the captions. The video plays, they're there. I don't want to go on and on and on. You're going to see what I mean in the live demo as we go through here. So your video tweet must be pinned in order for it to be the first thing that new followers see. Okay, so guys, we're going to go right into the live. Okay, so basically in the live, we're going to go through everything talked about in these slides, except we're going to do it in one of my accounts. So let's do this. All you need to do is go click on the live section video in this course. Okay, guys? So I'll see you on the live demo of action step module number 1. Okay, guys? Which is create, optimize your Twitter profile. We're almost done. Then we can go to the next one. Okay, see you there. Okay, here we are. I just pulled up one of my Twitter accounts, and let's either create your profile from scratch or we will optimize what you already have. So first thing, we'll take a look at the profile picture. Professional picture of yourself. Just so you guys know, my professional picture here is my iPhone, Adobe Photoshop, a little bit of cropping around the edges, and a background image, and me posing by myself. That's a selfie. So when I say professional picture, I basically mean I recommend smiling. I've tried both. Smiling seems to work better. You get the point. Professional picture. And the size of this picture is 400 pixels by 400 pixels. And you simply go edit profile, change your profile photo, upload. Simple enough. Next, let's take a look at the elements in your banner. So we have your name. Always have your name in there. We have the name of your brand. If the name of your brand is different than your name, please have your brand in there as well. There's your brand logo if you have it. You want to have a lot of information up here. Then here's your brand message or your tagline or your what's in it for me. Now again, I'm not asking you to copy this. I'm saying whatever your brand is, you want to include it here. Like I mentioned in the slides, have your URL here as well. It is not clickable, but it's one of the components for a successful header in Twitter. And also, like I mentioned in the slides, have all of your social media handles here. All of them. Or should I say all the ones that you do have. Once again, these are not clickable, but so many people find me on LinkedIn and especially Facebook and tell me that they found me on Twitter and simply looked up The Wealthy Trainer on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube because they were on my Twitter header, which means they wouldn't have connected with me on those platforms if these social handles were not on my Twitter header. So in other words, get them up there. Now for the banner design, that's not in the scope of this training, unfortunately, but you can go to websites such as Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and you can get a graphics person to do this up for you, no problem. Or you can get creative in Canva, Canva.com. I wish I could help you guys more with that, but I simply use Adobe Photoshop. I say simply because I've been using it for a couple of decades. So to me, it's simple and I just do it in that. And to upload your banner, it's the same idea. Edit profile, upload, and that's it. So we have many students in Twitter Lead Machine that as soon as they made these two changes along with the bio and the video we're about to upload at the top here, the pinned video, that have doubled the results in the amount of followers just by changing these things. Remember, it's a perception game as well on Twitter. People see your professional photo, they see all your social media handles, they see that you have a brand logo, a brand message, a URL, they'll go to your blog, they'll check you out, and they will definitely follow you. Follow you more often before they even go to your site just because you have it set up this way. So next, let's go take care of that location. In the slides, I said that if you leave your location blank or put everywhere or international, you're cutting your reach by 25%, guys. And if you only put your country, you're cutting your reach by 10%. So by specifying your city, your state, and your country, you're actually being seen by more people that are not even following you. So let me show you what I mean by location. Click on Edit Profile. Now here's a bit of a hack, okay guys? This is a little trick. You want to select your city and state that pops up in the drop down, and then you want to add a comma and your country. So in my case, because I'm Canadian, it's city, province, but when you click this, you'll be able to find it here in the drop down. So if I was to type in Austin, Texas, for example, there we go. We'd want to do that. And then we would want to do a comma and go USA. Okay? Even though it doesn't show up in the drop down, that opens your reach even more. So in my case, I'll go Ottawa, Ontario. That's the city and the province. And then I will add Canada. And then Twitter will show you to more people. They'll show you to everyone in Ottawa, Ontario. Very aggressively actually, and then you'll also show up in searches for Canada. Now some people may say, I'm not working locally, why don't I just grab a very populated state like I don't know what, California, and go for that instead of my hometown city? Well then you can do that, but the point is have a city, have a state, and have a country. Okay, I spent a little much time on that, but I think that's pretty clear. Let's keep going here. Save changes. Next is the mobile number. You need to put in your mobile number. Even if they don't ask you, you want to do this. Trust me. You don't want to get locked out for aggressive following or anything at all. And it's super easy to get back with a mobile number. So to get your mobile number, you go up to your picture at the top right here, profile and settings, click that, go to settings and privacy. On the left hand side, you'll see mobile, and there it is. Go ahead, edit that, add your number, confirm it, and you're good to go. And don't forget to turn off all your notifications, because this is a lead machine. You'll be getting follows all day long, every day, and messages every day from prospects. So you do not want to keep these on. Okay, next is your bio. Like I mentioned in the slides, we used to have all kinds of calls to action here in the past, but we found that this works much better. You connect with more people. It's less spammy. There's less commission breath. So this is what I meant by titles. Titles would be online marketer, personal branding specialist, fitness trainer, leader, speaker, partner at Branding University is what I put, because that's my disguised call to action. So a couple of things to note here. There is a hashtag, but that's your branded hashtag. You should definitely have a branded hashtag. What does that mean? It's specific to you. What's the purpose of that hashtag? Well, number one, it's branded to you so people will eventually recognize it. And number two, if somebody clicks on it, they will go to your entire library of tweets. And you do not want to get spammy in your bio. You can get spammy in your tweets. That's kind of a joke, but not really. Let me explain quickly why. For someone to follow you back, you're doing a first impression. People are less likely to click anything on a first impression. They're more likely to simply follow you. So you do not want to have any hints of spam or too many calls to action here. When you have many links that say click here, or you have a bunch of hashtags, Twitter doesn't see it as spammy, but the user does. Think about yourself. When you see a profile with even half a dozen hashtags and 2 links that say click here, it doesn't matter if it's free value, it's the first introduction. That's what we found. Therefore, you want to say who you are, what you do based on titles. You absolutely want the emojis. And emojis should always come after the word, kind of like a period or an exclamation mark. So online marketer, that emoji. Personal branding specialist, that emoji. Fitness trainer, that emoji. Leader, that emoji. Speaker, that emoji. Always after. And here's where we get a ton of click-throughs. Wherever your offer is, you want to say what you do there, and that can be the link. So this is what I mean by call to action in disguise. And this only applies for your bio. Don't worry, we ask people to click in the tweets. You'll notice that later. And why do we ask them to click in the tweets and we don't say click here in the bio? Because in the tweets, they're already following us. They already have a first exposure to us. They kind of know us a little bit. Therefore, they're more likely to click clear call to actions in your tweets. So let's say you were a wellness consultant at junglejuice.com. I just made that up. Well, then you would say wellness consultant at, and then you would have your URL to your page that would capture their information. That's where we send calls to action to. So it may be a replicated web page from your company. It may be a capture page that you created yourself. Preferably that's what it should be, with your video on the page that they land on, or it could go somewhere with a tracking pixel installed. The important thing is that it goes somewhere where you are capturing their information. Now this is important. If you have a very long URL, because there's a character limit here, you want to go to bit.ly.com. B-I-T, that's B as in Bob, I-T as in Tom, L-Y as in Yoko, bit.ly.com. You can simply put in your long URL, have it shortened, and use it here. And in your Twitter name, you also want to use emojis after the name. Now, once again, if your brand is your name, then use your name. And you also have an opportunity to include a second link right down here. What we like to do is we like to have a call to action here to your product or your service, and then your main link would go to your own blog, the blog that is mostly branding you, while this is a call to action to your product or service. I'm using Branding University in all examples in this Twitter lead machine, but along the way I will substitute the examples with, I guess, Jungle Juice as a wellness advocate or a wellness consultant. If you are a partner with Branding University and you promote Branding University courses, be sure not to put Branding University here. Be sure to use your affiliate link and have it shortened with bit.ly. You'll see a perfect example of that when we put our pinned video in a second here. So the way to update this information in your bio is by edit profile. One thing to note is that there's no way to include the emojis up in your title for your Twitter profile, so you need to get them from your description below. The way you would do that is you would simply click the little emoji face, go find your emoji in the list, come back in here and select that emoji, then copy that emoji and come up here and paste the emoji. And that's how you would get them in there, okay? So already, if you simply do what we've covered so far, you are miles ahead of your competition and you're already standing out from the crowd. I'm actually glad that it's a little difficult to get emojis in your title because a lot of people don't have them. And when you're browsing around Twitter, believe me, these emojis jump out. And since I added them to my profiles, it increased everything. 2 little cartoon faces. Hard to believe, isn't it? Hard to believe, but true. So I'm going to cancel this. And next is the intro video. So now that people saw your beautiful profile, they can contact you any which way through your social media handles. They can go to your blog. They have call to action for your product or service. They know what you do. All the emojis are making you jump out. They've got your hashtag to your content library. They can also go to your personal blog. The likelihood of them following you is extremely likely. And they're very likely to go to your timeline and take a look. Now, just as a little teaser here, I'll show you what my timeline looks like. It's gorgeous. It's not that it's gorgeous, it's that it's got the right amount of content and the right ratios, and everything here is clickable. So it's got the right amount of lifestyle content, the right amount of value content, the right amount of CTA content, which is call to action content, and the right amount of branded quotes. We will go through this in your passive marketing strategy, but right now we're going right up to the top where we were, and we're going to go look at your pinned tweet. We don't have one right now because we're about to do it. This is the first thing they see, is the first tweet. So this is where we have our call to action video. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to plug in the video so you see it in its entirety. Remember, the video can only be 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. I'll play it for you. You'll notice there are a ton of calls to action in the video to get them to click that tweet. I'll also share with you the tweet because we're going to post it right now. And what this does is that when someone follows you after we set everything up the way we just did, they not only follow you, they come to your timeline, they see your video. Not everyone will watch it all, but many people will. And your video is providing free value if they click the link. And if they click the link, they go to your capture page or the page with your tracking pixel. A tracking pixel, really quickly, basically means if they land on your page, you capture them into a custom audience where they don't have to fill anything out. And third of all, if you make the video, which I really would like you to do, you are branding yourself at the same time. So when they leave their information to get whatever it is you're offering and you contact them personally, there is much less resistance by them than if they've never seen or heard you before. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to watch that short little 2 minute and 20-second video. Then we're actually going to tweet it live, and then we're going to pin it. And then I'll give you guys a couple of tips on how to create your own video and what it should contain. So here we go. I'm plugging in the actual video that we're about to tweet. Hey guys, Marc Lalonde from Ottawa, Canada, and I got a couple of quick questions for you. Are you an entrepreneur or a small business owner? Do you have a product or a service that you're offering to your customers or clients? And if so, are you branding yourself online? Or are you constantly looking for new prospects to approach or to talk to? I've been an entrepreneur all my life, selling products, selling services in some way, shape, or form. I've gone from talking to everyone I know to physically walking into businesses to even making cold calls. And I've done incredibly well over the years, averaging about 100 grand per year pretty consistently. But over the past couple of years, something changed dramatically that completely changed my business. Through the power of online marketing and personal branding, I've literally been able to 10x my income within a 3-year period. People know, like, and trust people. They don't know, like, and trust products or services. So instead of constantly hunting people down, people hunt me down now. So how would it feel to be the hunted instead of the hunter? If this is making any sense to you, or you're even thinking about personally branding yourself, you landed in the right place here today. In this tweet, you're going to find everything you need to grow your personal brand. If you click the link, you're going to find the following: free personal branding mini courses, an invitation to this Sunday's live personal branding webinar, which is hosted by Branding YOUniversity, the industry's top personal branding platform. Free personal branding webinar replays, and new personal branding videos by some of the industry's top leaders, which are updated daily on the blog. So be sure to come back daily and check them out. And finally, how would you like to have a blog exactly like the one you're about to visit for yourself, for free? Well, you can set one up within a few minutes at the bottom of my blog. So go ahead and click the link, and I hope to see you on the inside. Okay, there you go. So you guys see how I was offering free value to my target niche, right? The people I follow on Twitter are people who need to brand themselves. They either know they want to brand themselves or they don't know they want to brand themselves, but they're still my target audience. If you were targeting to people who wanted to lose weight, well then your video would talk about maybe a cheat sheet on how to lose a pound a week for the next 7 days. And you would have that link in your tweet, and that's what your video would talk about. So right now, let's tweet this thing. To do that, you simply click tweet up top, and your video, your pinned video, will not be going through your Twitter lead machine. You will be doing this manually. So once you've got your tweet window, click on add photo or video, go find your video, double click it. Then what you want to do is you want to drag both ends of this bar to get the entire video up there. That's basically a cropping tool if you just want to upload a portion of a video. Now I made sure my video was 2 minutes and 16 seconds because the limit is 220. But if your video is longer, this is where you'd be able to crop it. So I'll click done. And now I can apply my tweet to this video. I've already copied it, so I will paste it. And there we go. So I ask the question and then I give the call to action. So in my case, because it's about personal branding, I say, are you branding yourself or branding? There's a little typo. Good thing I caught it, because you cannot edit a tweet. So are you branding yourself or branding your products and services? That's the question. Then here's why it is crucial to brand you. My call to action. There's my bit.ly link. Don't get thrown off by the laboom.tv. That's just a branded bit.ly link. We may actually put this little mini training in the bonus modules. Then here we have my branded hashtag. You always want to have your branded hashtag not only in your pinned description and your bio, but as you will notice in the passive marketing strategy that you will be including this in every single one of your tweets. I've also included a second branded hashtag, and then the other hashtags I will explain a little more in the passive marketing strategy. However, these go directly with my personal brand. I am the wealthy trainer. I stand for health, I stand for wealth, and healthy and wealthy are super popular hashtags. Happy is one of the most popular hashtag, and I believe love is the most popular hashtag. So this is a little bit of a traffic play for me, and I recommend you try these two, especially the happy and the love. Throw them in there and watch what happens. You pop up in all kinds of places, and you're taking up less than a dozen characters with happy and love. But we will go through that a little more when we dive into hashtags. That's going to be in the passive marketing module where we create all of your tweets. So there we go. I'm ready to tweet this. There we go. My tweet was sent. I'm going to refresh the page. And there it is. Now here's where you definitely want to pin it. So click the little arrow in the top right hand corner, pin to profile page, reload your page, and you'll notice a little pin here that says pinned tweet. So as your Twitter lead machine spits out new tweets, they're going to show up below your pinned tweet. Now for those of you in Branding University that are helping other people brand themselves exactly like I am, and you are an affiliate with Branding University, I'm pointing this to my free blog. So I'm not pointing it to a specific free piece of value. I'm pointing them to my blog, which has tons of value and tons of calls to action all over the blog. You all have this, guys. If you're a platinum partner and this is what you want to promote, you have a blog. Just go set it up in your platinum partner back office. If you're a free affiliate with us, you still have a blog. It's just a little more limited to what's on your blog. So if that is the case and you're promoting Branding University courses because you're helping others brand themselves, congratulations, that's a huge market. And personal branding will be one of the largest markets for small businesses in the next 5 years. There's no doubt about that. So what I've done is, because this video works so well with conversions along with the Branding University blog, what I've done is I've included my video in this course. You can go see it on the side menu there. And you can use it as a reference for your own video if this is what you're doing. If you're helping other people or other small business owners or entrepreneurs brand themselves, I highly recommend you replicate this video. Not because it's me, because it converts so well. So what I've also done is I've included the script to this video. So when it's time for you to do it yourself, you have a script. Now, I highly recommend you do it yourself because it will brand you. However, if you want to use mine in the meantime, I definitely give you permission to do that. As a matter of fact, I made it downloadable. So in this course, in the sidebar, you can find the pinned Twitter video. It's this video here. You can download it on your computer, and you can upload it right to your Twitter channel until you make your own. This is assuming you're promoting online personal branding for small businesses and entrepreneurs. Now, please note, you want to put your link in the tweet, okay, guys? That's the most important part here. If it's you talking on the video and people want to contact you and it's me in the video, there will be a little more resistance than if it's you. You want it to be you. But what I'm saying is, it's better to have a video of me than no video at all. And it's better to have a video of me with the actual content to at least provide a call to action instead of waiting until you're ready to make yours. But in the end, that is up to you. I've made mine available for you. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This puppy right here is already ahead of the pack. And we don't even have tweets going out yet. I mean, this account does, but we haven't even covered that. We've covered one module so far. So this is how you create and optimize your Twitter profile. Get it done, guys, and I'll see you in the next module, audience building. Okay, there you go, guys. You got a lot of work, right? Some of you may not have that much work. You may just be tweaking your bio, tweaking your location, getting a pinned video done. Okay, guys? So you have the script right here, okay? You got the pinned video right here. to review, and you have the video script right here. Okay, guys? Now, your script will change, of course, because you're probably not in my situation, but you'll get the gist of it. You may want to just replace the words and try to make it not look like you're reading, obviously. I cut mine up. I usually look at a sentence. I go, Marc Lalonde here from Ottawa, Canada, and I have a couple of quick questions for you. And then I pause and I read this one, take my eyes off the camera, look at the sheet. If you notice, that's why the video's chopped up, because I edited it that way. I edit it. Oh, that's going to be tough to say. I edit it that way. I edit it that way. I edited it that way. And the pinned video, if you look right here, you can download it. You see the little download button? So if you want to use mine, you just saw that right now. I just showed you guys that until you have yours ready. So there we go, guys. Guess what's next? I'm coming out to answer questions, okay? So right now you guys know the routine. Do you guys know the routine by now? I'm compiling this video. You won't see my face because I'm actually coming out in the voice and the chat. So I can answer your questions through the chat with my voice. But I can't come out on the screen because I'm compiling this and I can't use the screen while it's compiling. Why? Because we're syndicating this. It's going out on platforms after, okay? So here I come. Compile time, and I'm coming out in the chat. Get your questions ready, please. Here I come.